if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required background test and the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States.
That sounds a lot like he's saying the millions of military-aged migrants coming across the border right now could join our military, be outfitted with weapons, and serve our military and earn their citizenship through service. What happens if there's a civil uprising and the military is packed full of illegals, people that shouldn't be here, and those people know that if they the actual Americans who are here, that they're going to take their place. The government knows and recognizes very clearly that they are in deep because everybody's waking up. And their solution to this is to replenish the military stock of people who have an incentive to remove the people who are already here in culture and society. That clip right there should scare the out of everybody, in my opinion. Scary to me. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ cruise the internet. That's what we're going to do. We're going to cruise the internet. That's what CTI stands for, guys. It means cruise the internet. This is where we put topics up on the screen. We talk about and speculate on what's true and what's not true. Pure speculation, of course. And nothing I've ever speculated on or DJ has ever speculated on has actually happened. Ever. But it's speculation, and we talk about things. We talk about how we, the people, can be the solution to these problems going on in the world, and that's what CTI is. Now, other times you tune in, you're going to have Q&AF. That usually comes out on Monday. That's where you get to submit questions. We answer them on the show. Most of the questions have to do with business, entrepreneurship, success, personal development, but they can be about anything, okay? If you want to submit questions for the show, there's a couple different ways to do that. The first way is,
guys, email those questions into askandy@andyfrisella.com.
or you can go on YouTube on the Q&AF episodes, and in the comment section, drop a question there, and we'll answer some from there as well. Other times we have Real Talk. Real Talk is just 5 to 20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. Those usually come out on Saturdays or Thursdays, and we're going to make those a regular thing, a more regular thing than we have in the past. Full length, that's just when someone comes in and sits down. It's like every other podcast out there pretty much, except cooler. And then we have 75 Hard Verses, and that's where people who have finished the 75 Hard program, which is the initial phase of the Live Hard program, whose life was in chaos before, comes on the show and talks about how they got their shit together and how they use the 75 Hard program to do so. If you're unfamiliar with 75 Hard, it is the world's largest mental recalibration program ever invented, and it's available for free, and you can get it at episode 208 on the audio feed. So if you go to episode 208 on the audio feed, you get the program for free. If you want to buy a book, there's a book on it on my website, andyfrisella.com, called 75 Hard. You don't have to buy the book, but it's a more in-depth look at it. And then I have a new book that's coming out on January 1st, so keep an eye out for that as well. Now, you're going to notice something. We don't run ads on the show, okay? I pass up on 8 figures a year of ad revenue because I don't want to answer to anybody about what I can and can't say, all right? So I ask very simply one thing, because we finance the show ourselves. It costs me money to do the show. I ask one thing, man. Support us by at least sharing the show. You know, support the companies that I own, that we're a part of, and we appreciate that. But, you know, share the show, okay? The message is constantly getting throttled. We're constantly dealing with traffic issues. And if you guys don't share it, it doesn't really get out. So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
Oh, not much.
Yeah. You know, it's something we talk about quite a bit. Like, we're definitely starting to see culture change, right? And we're seeing these moments, these like little sprinkles of I don't even know how to describe it, but shit's changing, right? And I thought this was interesting. I got this topic that I just saw as when I was putting this outline together, and this may be the end all be all of the bullshit. So I want to get your thoughts on it. Let's see it, guys. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, headlines, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You can find them linked there. And if you're watching on YouTube, check down in the description. Intro topic, man. Headline reads, billionaire Bill Ackman claims Harvard president was hired because of DEI initiative.
Yeah.
It doesn't get, it gets better than that. But no shit. Yeah, right. But yeah, billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman has accused Harvard of hiring President Claudine Gay solely because of its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative instead of, quote, identifying the best leaders for our prestigious universities. It's weird, man.
I got a lot to say. Just keep going.
Man.
I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better.
But yeah, so the article continues. This is New York Post. It continues. It says the 57-year-old who has made a name for himself by publicly announcing that he would refuse to hire students who express anti-Israel views made the claim as he blasted Gay, as well as the presidents of University of Pennsylvania and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, for refusing to condemn calls for genocide on their campuses at a congressional hearing. Quote, I've learned from someone with first-person knowledge of the Harvard president's search that the committee would not consider a candidate who did not meet the DEI office's criteria, Ackman wrote in a post on X Thursday of the university president, who is black. Quote, the same was likely true for other elite universities doing searches at the same time, creating an even more limited universe of DEI-eligible presidential candidates. Quote, shrinking the pool of candidates based on required race, gender, and or sexual orientation criteria is not the right approach to identifying the best leaders for our most prestigious universities, Ackman argued. And it is also not good for those awarded the office of president who find themselves in a role that they would likely not have obtained were it not for a fat finger on the scale.
No shit.
No shit, man. But it's weird. It's because
is he implying? Listen. Now I don't want to make any accusations because I would never do that. Right? I would never do that. I would never ever make an accusation. But it sounds like he's saying that we should put the best, most qualified people in the positions of power and influence and success.
That's what it sounds like meritocracy.
Now,
hold on.
Don't take this too far.
Let's not get too crazy here.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't want to say meritocracy.
But
it sounds like it.
It does sound quite a bit like that, though. It does. And dude, this is coming from left field, man, because this is the same guy.
Dude, we've been getting yelled. Dude, the whole world's been getting yelled at by this motherfucker and his buddies for the last 20 motherfucking years about this bullshit. And now all of a sudden he's saying it?
Now, bro.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
These guys are all exposing themselves. The emperor has no clothes.
And they're eating their own.
Yes, it's
That's
beautiful.
The crazy thing, man, because, I mean, dude, just a couple of years ago, I mean, he was all about it. Hiring only minority-owned investment banks to lead a $4 billion deal. I mean, it's so out of league. So I'm like, okay, well, who is this guy? Like, who's Bill Ackman, right? And he's a Democratic political donor. He's a massive investor, hedge fund manager. He shorts stocks, makes insane money on it. I mean, very successful if you look at it in that sense. He's a staunch critic of Trump. Weirdly enough, though, he did support the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. He felt that Rittenhouse was also not guilty. And believed in his innocence.
Well, I don't think there's zero critical thought. I think there's look, it's not that these people of immense power and financial wealth and control and influence can't think. They think very well. They're very smart. That's why they are who they are. They just are very selective and don't care if you notice when they're being hypocritical. They pick and choose what they get to say, when they get to say it, because they're elite. And it's the same reason they can all fly to Egypt or Davos on their private jets and then lecture us about eating meat and, not farting too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're dealing with. All right. So we're dealing with a class of humans who believe they are so powerful and so strong that it doesn't matter if they're hypocritical, and it doesn't matter if we notice because there's nothing we're going to do about it. And so it's no surprise to me that he selectively, picks and chooses. These people have spent the last 20 years trying to convince everybody that they're anti-racist and, so virtuous with all of this DEI, ESG, green energy, fucking bullshit, and the removal of meritocracy. And they've profited greatly from it. You know what I'm saying? When they force companies
in the grand scheme of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely, bro. And you know what? Here's the flip side of that coin. The flip side of that coin is that the companies that never bought into the shit are at a tremendous advantage because they've been operating the entire time with the best people in the best seats and the best places to win.
Yeah.
All right. So if you run a small business, we're going to cross over here into business. If you run a small business and you're an entrepreneur and you've been following these people at the, you've ignored my advice, okay, about not doing this. Now you see why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you f***ed yourself. Dude, I have conferences and I talk to entrepreneurs and they're like, I hired this person because of this, or I hired that person because of that. And if it's not because they're the best, you're a dumbass because you just handicapped your company and you handicapped everybody that relies on you and every family that relies on you. And it's not the right thing to do. It's not moral. It's not right. It's not okay. And it's hilarious to see the people who actually put these policies in play
push that shit out.
Suffer from them now.
Dude.
He's not wrong.
He's not fucking wrong. Not wrong at all. But it's just like,
I would like to go back and see his tweets around June of 2020.
Exactly.
And the previous 10 years regarding, his policies on that. Like the whole idea, bro, to take listen, nobody, people are talking about it now, finally. But for 20 years, nobody talked about it. All right. Nobody talked about the reality that is this. The only people in this country that can be racially discriminated against legally are actually white men. Mm-hmm. Okay. If a white man is qualified for a job and a black man is qualified for a job and an Asian is qualified for the job, the white man is not getting the job because of these DEI regulations that are, people don't understand, they're enforced through the financial institutions because the financial institutions will not lend unless you have this certain policies in place. Okay. So
it's not about having the best in office.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we have been told this lie that you cannot be racist. If you are discriminating against white people, it's not racism. That's bullshit. Mm-hmm. Judging anybody by any characteristic of their race, their skin tone, their eye differences, their facial features different, that's fucking racism. And it goes to every single fucking category of human being. We're all human beings, bro. It's content of character. It's quality of skill. And this is a beautiful thing, okay? This is a beautiful thing because what this means is that what I've been telling you guys for a number of years regarding how the pendulum is swinging back, the pendulum is swinging back. And we're going to get back to the real world, the natural order where everybody recognizes it's an actual competition and everybody recognizes that you have to have actual skills and produce a high quality result to be the person who calls the shots or gets paid or gets the spot on the team or whatever. The best, most skilled that helps the team win the best deserve the highest pay and playing time in any scenario, business, sports, life, anything. Yep. And we're getting back to that. And it's cool to see. Now, I don't like this guy. I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah,
but I'm glad to see that the people who created this nonsense are now saying, well, this is wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that it took literally racism against themselves to create that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can understand how a Jewish person right now would feel very uncomfortable about the sentiments of a lot of people in the world. But, they're not immune from criticism. And the reality is, and this is unfortunate, is that the people at the top of the food chain, like we've been saying for years and years and years, are putting regular life, good, normal, our friends that are Jewish, everybody at risk by operating unethically at the top. Okay. And then saying, you guys are all with me. Most of these regular, good Jewish people have no idea what some of the shit going on at the World Economic Forum and things like that are even happening.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So there has to be like some tolerance. Like people have to be smarter, bro. We have to stop thinking that like your everyday,
this broad.
Yeah, bro. Like your everyday white guy is the fucking KKK member. Your everyday black guy is a criminal. Your everyday, why are you laughing? Bro, shut the fuck up. Your everyday Jewish person is something else, right? We got to stop this shit.
Yeah.
Because we're all regular people out here, man.
Yep.
We're all out here trying to do the best we can. And the truth of it is we have a bunch of criminal tyrants. And it doesn't matter if they're black, white, or Jewish or anything that are manipulating the fucking world in their favor against ours. And it's making life hard for us. And because they're experts at what they do, they've created this scenario where we all argue back and forth and blame each other as humans, when in reality, bro, we're all on the same team, and they know we're on the same team, and they only win by convincing us that we're not on the same team.
That's a fact.
And so we have to stop with this, Jews, whites, blacks, identity shit. Like, bro, we're all human beings, man, and most of us are fucking good, and we want the same thing. We want to be left the fuck alone. We want to have a good life. We want to make some money. We want to have the opportunity to excel if we choose to go down that path unencumbered by ridiculous amounts of tax and financial oppression. Like, these are the things we all want. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the more that we argue with each other and say, it's the blacks, it's the whites, it's the Jews, it's the fucking Mexicans, it's everybody. Bro, the further away we are from achieving that, that's reality, man. And so, like, we have to chill the fuck out on this shit.
Well, and the more we do that, the longer the actual people who are committing these abuses against humanity hide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The longer we keep,
it makes them invisible.
They are hidden away.
Bro, we're so busy out here. Now look, dude. Look, man. You guys understand I've done well in my life. So, but when I say we, it's we. Okay, we work bro, there ain't a day I come in here and don't work my fucking ass off. This is what I do is very hard, and what you guys do is very hard. What everybody does is very hard. And it's so hard that they make it so hard intentionally so that we can't pay attention to the amount of fucking bullshit they're putting down on us.
Yep.
Dude, I'm so sick of seeing this fucking argument in society around low-level points like your race, the shit's stupid. And it's stupid from anybody. Yeah. Dude, real talk, there's a lot of guys out here now saying, like, it's okay, it's cool, it's good to have white pride. All right, look, man, hold on. Real talk. They make a real case.
It's a real case.
Hold on. There's a real case, and it doesn't sound right because it's been marketed wrong for so many years, right? But it's okay to have pride to be black. It's okay to have pride to be Mexican. It's okay to have pride to be a Jewish person. It's okay to be proud to be, really anything, Irish or anything outside of a white American. And and the truth of the matter is while I agree with the argument that it is okay, if you want to have pride in being that doesn't mean you think less of other people, first of all. And second of all, the reality is I actually think the answer to that is that everybody should lose the pride in their racial identity. You didn't do anything to be black, bro. You didn't do anything to be Latino. You didn't do anything to be Jewish. Like, what the f-? You're deriving your identity based upon something that you were born with, which makes no sense. And honestly, it's anti-American. Okay? It's like an anti-American type concept. Yep. So when we talk about, like, having it okay to be white, I actually think white people are doing it right, because most white people don't give a f that they're white. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I don't give a f. I'm going to value myself on what I achieve or what I do or how I contribute or what I build.
My character.
Okay. I'm the kind of person I am. Like, that's what I think. Yeah. And I think that if we all thought like that, instead of saying, okay, well, just because everybody else says I'm proud to be this, like, I actually think all of us should just say, hey, we're proud to be American and we represent these kind of values in America. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because I had a guy yesterday tell me, and this has really bothered me. He said something to the effect of, you're like leading the Republican side of the conversation. No, I'm not. I'm not Republican. I am fucking pro-freedom, and there's a big difference. I'm pro-everybody. I'm pro-fucking human. I'm anti-tyranny. I'm anti-oppression. I'm not Republican or Democrat. Or fucking, like, we have to stop attaching our identities to these things so we can have an actual conversation that's productive.
Yep. 100%. Leading the American Revolution, bro. That's all it is.
That segment was brought to you by this delicious Screaming Freedom First Form energy drink. It's definitely not an ad, though.
No, that wasn't an ad. Yeah. But this one is. Guys, if you're interested in trying out... No, man, let's get on to the show. We got some good headlines,
you get these delivered to you directly from firstform.com.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, we got some good stuff out there.
Special thanks to our sponsors.
Let's get into our first headline, guys.
Thanks, me.
Headline. Headline number one. Headline number one reads: we got round 4 of the GOP debates. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, these are some good ones.
Oh man,
These are some good ones.
our
Let's get into
boy,
it. Yeah.
our boy, and that's not an endorsement.
Nope.
I just like him.
No, hey, listen, he's doing it.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You say whatever the you want to. Go ahead and do the segment.
Yep.
I'm being better.
Bro, did you go to who'd you talk to? Like, what did you do?
No,
therapy?
I've just been analyzing. I coach myself, bro.
Yeah.
Coaching myself.
You ain't paid $997 to.
Stop telling on me, bro. Stop that. It was a Black Friday deal. I learned a real interesting morning routine, too. It was like 47 steps.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I woke up at 3:30,
Yep.
did my meditation for 17 minutes, then I journaled for 47 minutes, then I,
Reversed engineered the gravity of the moon.
Yes.
So, yeah.
yeah, and then I meditated again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I cold plunged, then I saunaed, then I cold plunged, then I saunaed again. Then I worked out with weights, then I did cardio, and then I worked out with weights again. And by 7 a.m., I did everything.
You can do whatever you want to do. Guys, headline number one. Let's get into it. GOP round 4. Watch Vivek Ramaswamy tell Chris Christie to have a nice meal.
I heard on the ad that you can't be successul without that.
Oh, no.
That's why I bought it.
No, it's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
needed.
did get a discount, though. It was normally $10,000. I paid $997.
Well,
Pretty good deal.
It's winning.
Yeah.
It's capitalism, baby.
Yeah.
Let's watch this video, man. So the GOP presidential primary debate got slightly heated on Wednesday night when entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy appeared to fat shame former New Jersey Chris Christie.
No. He did not appear to fat shame.
No, he did.
He fucking fat shamed.
He did, and it's okay.
Yeah, because he's fat.
Listen, it's the truth. All right. The moment occurred during a discussion about foreign policy when Chris Christie pounced on Ramaswamy, calling him the most, quote, obnoxious blowhard in America for knocking Nikki Haley's more interventionist stance. So here's the video of the exchange.
We'll never put Ukraine in Russia and then trust Putin not to have a relationship with China. Let me tell you something. That's no
That's
reasonable.
not my deal. That's not my deal,
yes,
Chris.
it's exactly what you
I'll
said.
describe
You
my
do
deal
this
to
at
you.
every debate.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Don't
I'll
interrupt
tell
me.
him
I
what the
didn't
deal is.
interrupt you. Okay? You
Tell
say
him
this.
about how you wanna
do
send our
this.
kids to die.
You
Go
do
for it.
this at every debate. You go out on the stump and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you out on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to
I'll
say
tell you
what?
exactly what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
Well, this
now
is
look.
This is
And
now
here's
says this man is spewing. This man is spewing.
I feel like that's what he like would tell the fucking waiters at McDonald's.
I'm not done yet.
So I'm not done yet.
Have you ever seen The Great Outdoors? I know you haven't seen it.
No.
But there's a scene in The Great Outdoors where, like, the fucking John Candy, you know who John Candy is, right? All right, well, go watch The Great Outdoors. You probably won't even fucking get it. You've seen it, right, Keith? Okay. Do you know the part I'm talking about where he goes and eats the old 96er and he gets done with the old 96er and the fucking chef's standing there and he goes, I'm done. And the chef goes, He goes, there's nothing on that plate but gristle and fat. And he goes, And he fucking eats it. All right? Chris Christie don't have to be told to eat it.
No. Yeah, he ain't done.
That's a fucking fact. And he's drinking the juice off the plate. You can't build a physique like that without that kind of work, bro.
bro.
Takes work either way.
Well, and here's the thing, guys. For anybody that's like, oh, listen, takes one to know one. I'm a big guy. I know what that shit is, man.
Yeah,
take
how
the
much
shit-
you got to eat to be a big guy?
Bro, you gotta eat a lot.
Yeah.
And you ain't done yet.
That's
You know,
right.
That's the fucking fact.
Motherfucker, I know because I'm still fat. I just happen to like not be as fat.
It's control.
On the inside, bro, I am Chris Christie. I understand. Now I have different political views, but I understand what it's like to struggle with that. And like he's just not conquered that struggle, and that's real talk.
Yeah.
The truth is, some people. You know what? You know what changed me, bro? You know why? I went from fucking 350-pound Andy to fucking 250-pound fucking fit Andy. You know why? Because people fucking told me I was fat. And I got tired of it.
Chris Christie, man. Hey, listen.
You're fat as fuck. Go on a diet, work out.
I know
Do
some-
75 hard.
know
Change your fucking
I know
life.
some people that can help you out.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Like, people that are fat like that need to be told they're fucking fat. And I'm not saying you don't have to be an asshole about it, but you can be if you need to be. I mean, the truth is you're doing them a favor. One of the things I resent the most when I was big and fucking fat is that nobody fucking told me I was fat. Nobody said, hey, bro, you're fucking fat. Like, you're a fat motherfucker. You know who told me that? People on the internet. And you know, at first I fucking got pissed off about it. And after a while, I'm like, they're correct.
Yeah.
And you know what? It changed my life. And my life is a million times better. So maybe the truth isn't that bad. Maybe if you just listen to the truth and could recognize it, you would fix the things about your life. So I'm a big believer in truth. And to go along with the first point that we had here, I believe culture is swinging that way, where people are no longer, they're just like, I'm not playing your fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Okay?
100%.
So yeah, Chris Christie, sorry, bro, you're a fat motherfucker, and you need to do something about it. No, I'm being dead serious. You need to do something about it, or it's going to cost you your life at this point in time. You're an older man. You're not healthy. You don't sound healthy. You don't look healthy. You're not healthy. And bro, there's no fucking chance the United States of America at this point in time in culture is ever voting for someone like that. Ever. Like, you're fucking dead in the water, bro. If you were a fit, I don't know how old he is, late 50s, 60s. Yeah. Like, if you were a fit man, that bro, your career would be completely different.
61.
61. Good guess. 50s, 60s. Mm-hmm. If he was in shape right now, people would be listening to what he said.
Yeah, that's a fact.
More than he is. There's a RFK's is what, 70?
Yeah, that
motherfucker's
yoked.
fit.
Yeah.
People listen to what he says.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah.
69.
I'm good,
almost
man.
70.
I'm good.
All right, here's the rest of the video.
This man is spewing nonsense.
Let me tell you something. This is the fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So shut up for a little while.
I'm gonna respond to that.
I want to
Chris,
say
your
something.
version
We're
of
going to let you respond to that. We're going to let you respond to that.
I'll take
Let him
that.
finish.
I want to say something else. We're now 25 minutes into this debate, and he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence.
Good.
Not her positions, her basic intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old
She found her way out of the kitchen.
Look, if you want to disagree on issues, that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues. But I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in the Republican primary.
How's that? Pretty good. That was
While
decent.
we disagree about some issues and we disagree about who should be president of the United States, what we don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman, and you should stop insulting
So
her.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take several times over.
What a gentleman.
Yeah, what a gentleman. But this
Bring
is
her a rose too.
yeah, right. Here's the best comeback of it all.
We learned 3 things right there. First of all, Chris Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine he actually wants us to fight for. Chris, your version of foreign policy experience was closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal,
Yeah.
and get the hell out of this race.
Let me tell you.
That sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. Wait, I didn't end there, man. Apparently, in an interview post the debate, Chris Christie called him a jackass. In an interview with Megyn Kelly, here's the or with one of the CNN correspondents. Here's the video.
I mean, look, I'm a truth teller, Dana, and look, Nikki and I disagree. I don't think Nikki should be president of the United States. But I'll tell you this, she's a smart woman, and she's an accomplished woman, and she's worked incredibly hard both in South Carolina and in the UN. And I think Vivek does have a woman problem. I do think he insults women's basic intelligence. He's done it over and over and over again. And I guess tonight I just had enough. I had enough of listening to his garbage. And as I said, his smart-ass Harvard mouth, because that's what it is. When he's dictating to me and Nikki Haley, who have committed ourselves to public service, while he's been off stealing from seniors to make his fortune, yeah, I'm not going to put up with him anymore.
So you call yourself a truth teller, but you're also a very savvy politician.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the wind-up there is about New Hampshire. And it was very interesting to watch you and Nikki Haley. Certainly, as you said, you disagree about a lot of things, but it seemed as though you were forming a bit of an alliance with her in a place like, no.
Look, I'm a truth teller, Dana. And I'm going to tell the truth if someone's insulting Nikki Haley in a way that was personal. It was nothing about issues. He was saying she's not smart enough to know where things are on the map, that somehow his 3-year-old son is smarter than a woman who served as a 2-term governor and a UN ambassador. He's a jack.
She did not know what
She didn't.
She didn't know the map.
She didn't.
So it like what Vivek said is factually accurate.
Not a personal attack.
No,
it's the truth.
He asked her.
You're trying to vote and advocate for sending hundreds of billions of dollars to a location thousands of miles away, and you don't even know where the it is on the map.
Yes, and you want to send our young men to die there. You don't even know what the name of the neighborhood is.
Name three. Like
Bro,
come on.
Do we have that part where he destroyed her on that?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you skipped past it. It might not be in this video, but he annihilated her, dude, on that question. Basically, he said,
I think this is it here.
Okay. I mean, he did not. He absolutely did not. He asked her very simply what the provinces were in eastern Ukraine and that we were going to fight for and defend. And she did not know the answer. You should know that if you're going to send billions of dollars and, more importantly, our young men and women to die and fight on a foreign land, I think you should know what you're doing. I think that's a reasonable response. And honestly, I think he fucking destroyed her. Like, I think she's done after that video, if we can find it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the video.
Hi, man. So foreign policy experience is not the same as foreign policy wisdom. I want everybody at home to note that I was the first person to say we need a reasonable peace deal in Ukraine. Now a lot of the neocons are quietly coming along to that position, with the exceptions of Nikki Haley and Joe Biden, who still support this, what I believe is pointless war in Ukraine. And I think those with foreign policy experience, one thing that Joe Biden and Nikki Haley have in common is that neither of them could even state for you 3 provinces in eastern Ukraine that they want to send our troops to actually fight for. Look at that. This is what I want people to understand. These people have, I mean, she has no idea what the hell the names of those provinces are, but she wants to send our sons and daughters and our troops and our military equipment to go fight.
No, she's embarrassed.
So reject this myth that they've been selling you, that somebody had a cup of coffee stint at the UN and then makes $8 million after, has real foreign policy experience. It takes an outsider to see this through. Look at the blank expression. She doesn't know the names of the provinces that she wants to actually fight for. And there's her puppet masters right there, the donors right there that are playing her like the puppet masters.
Hold on.
So that's what Christie's talking about. He's talking about that exchange, saying that Vivek is making her seem unintelligent. No, she is not intelligent enough to know the provinces that we are sending our resources and our personnel, our American citizens, our young next generation leaders, okay, of our citizenship to die for. I think that is a relative point, especially for the families of those soldiers. Okay? So Vivek, listen, man, here's what I think on Vivek. Everybody's like, oh, Vivek's not winning, dude. Okay? Trump's going to win the nomination. That's the reality.
He's at like 4% right now.
Yeah.
In the poll.
It's not DeSantis. It's not fucking.
It ain't this guy.
It ain't Chris Christie. It's not Nikki Haley. Okay? It's not Vivek. It's fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Period.
Motherfucker ain't even been there. He's still winning.
Not by a little, by a lot. All right? It's Donald Trump. Everybody with a critical thinking brain knows that.
Yeah.
All right? So what's going on here? Well, what I think is going on is that we are seeing jockeying for the relevancy, maybe the next election. And I think, you guys can argue and say whatever you want about Vivek. This is not an endorsement. But he is saying all the shit that all the real people in this country believe and see and observe. And he is gaining a fan base because of it.
Yeah. I don't see, that's my thing. I don't know if he understands like how important what he's doing is.
No, he's very smart.
What he's doing is really, really important.
No,
just for the public narrative.
He's a very smart man. And there might be some weird shit in his background. I don't fucking know. It's like there's so much. I mean, bro, honestly, and I don't know this, I don't know the details of whatever. But I mean, we have to stop expecting our leaders to have a perfect past, because what's happening is there's no
such thing.
There is no such thing. And this is how cancel culture was intentionally invented so that they could remove any relative threat to the system in any way, shape, or form, whether it be in media, whether it be in politics, whether it be in culture. They could remove the most powerful people at their will by just examining their past and canceling them.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't fall in the right social norm, it's just a way to flex power and control who's an influence and who's not. And for this to actually change, we, the people consuming the content, have to stop destroying people because they made some fucking mistakes in their past. We have to stop that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that eliminates anybody of quality getting any traction, because that's how they attack those people.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to come to terms that everybody's going to have something, right?
An imperfect nation needs an imperfect leader.
Well,
that's just how I look at it.
well,
because trying to find a perfect leader, we won't never find. We won't.
no. And what we're left with is a bunch of fake perfect leaders that are on the payroll of all these big people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very it's something culture controls. It's very controllable if we as people in culture would stop reacting to it the way that we have in the past. And I think that's happening now. I think people are recognizing it. Like, Russell Brand, that shit a few months ago or whatever, like, nobody gives a f.
Still not all right.
Yeah, right. Like, the people are starting to realize that, like, this is all orchestrated bullshit. And I see the whole propaganda machine, the media, these corrupt people losing power at a very quick rate. And I don't know. That's what I am observing.
Yeah,
and like you said at the beginning of the show, I think there's a lot of honest indicators of that. You got Elon Musk saying, "F you" to everybody, right? You got the rise of Donald Trump, right? You got Conor McGregor talking shit. You got Dana White talking shit. You got a bunch of other people talking. Now, I talk a lot of shit, but I'm not on the level of those people. Those people are on a different level. They get more attention, but there's more of the biggest kind of guys doing this now. And I think people are observing that it's like the way things are going. And that means more people are going to trickle in. This is what we've been talking. You and I have been talking about this for years.
Yep.
We need some big influential people to tell the truth and stop fucking with this cancel culture nonsense. And the people I named and a few other people have led the way to that. Yep. Matt Rife has done a really cool thing recently, and you can agree or disagree with what he said or not. You have the right to do that, but the guy's funny as fuck. He got called out for some cancel culture shit and basically said, you know what, fuck off if you don't like it.
Yeah.
And guess what? He made him bigger. So people are it's only a matter of time. Now, I want to note this. I've been this way for my whole life, okay? This is not a marketing strategy for me.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is people are going to recognize that by being that way, they actually become more popular. And we need that to happen.
Yep.
Okay? I've talked about this on the show many of times. Yep. Like the pro-freedom, America, fuck you, Kid Rock type shit, that's going to become the shit that people support in business and in personal brands. And so by them doing this, they're kind of starting that process with like I guess I would say like the normal people, right? So it's a really beautiful thing. And I think
it's awesome.
It's long overdue.
Yeah. Guys, tell us what you guys think. Jump in on this conversation down in the comments. And let us know what you guys think. Hashtag, I know you are, but what am I?
I think it's important too, guys. Like, and this is real shit. I think it's important that we support those people that are behaving that way with our money. Like if we're going to spend money with companies, it should be with companies that are willing, to not bow to this cancel culture either way. Okay. Meaning from the right as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
That'll be the next big thing we see too.
Yes. Well, it's already happening because if you don't bow to the conservatives and you say you're pro-America, they fucking get all over you, man.
Yeah.
And that's not good either. Okay. And I can understand the knee-jerk reaction because like the conservatives have been on the receiving end of that so long that now they have a power that they never had before. It feels good. Like you're like, okay, they can't fuck with me anymore. Now, like, there's
Who
this.
do we fuck with now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's this like
Yeah.
new power that has formed that people are not yet responsible with, because what we really need to happen is we need it to end.
Yeah.
We need to stop. We need to go back to the thing where I support who the fuck I want to support for the reason I want to support them, and whatever else, I don't fucking care. Okay. And this attaching cancellation to someone, using a certain product or driving a certain this or doing a certain that or, drinking a certain drink, whatever, bro, that shit has to stop. We have to stop it because eventually what that ends up equating to is one side kills the other side. All right. That's how it escalates. So, I think that the people, like if you were beat, okay, like look, dude, real talk. Like if you were a fucking abused person, let's say you came home from work every day and you got your ass beat for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. Every day, your wife abused you or your husband abused you for 10 fucking years. Okay. You get out of that relationship and now you're in a relationship with someone new. You don't just start beating them because you got beat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you just don't start beating their ass because someone beat your ass for the last 10 years. That's not how the fuck you do it. Okay. You use the opportunity to break the cycle and be a better human. And I think that's very important. Now, I think there's some lessons that needed to be learned. For example, what happened to Bud Light, as unfortunate as it is, and I hate that it was Bud Light because I fucking love Anheuser-Busch and they're from St. Louis where we're from here. They've been an iconic brand in our eyes for our whole lives. Okay. It sucked seeing it happen. But that sent a very clear message to a lot of people like, hey, man, people are done. And what's happened to Target and what's happened to Disney, these are things that kind of had to happen to show people. But now people are starting to learn, and when those companies start to just because they don't have to come all the way, bro. We have to get back to the center place where it's like, yeah, that's what it is, man. Yeah. And you don't have to go there. You don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Just because we have this power doesn't necessarily mean we should always use it.
It's very important, bro.
Yeah.
It's very important. Otherwise, we can't heal the culture and we can't have unity. And the only way for us to win what we're trying to do here is through unity.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Guys, that was our first headline. Let's get into our cruise comments as always. We pick a comment and we see what we got. And I'll be honest, we got a problem.
A problem?
Yeah, we got a problem, man.
Uh-oh.
I remember you guys gave me a bunch of shit about the I was going online making my own comments and shit, We got another one.
Oh, you telling on yourself?
No. Oh. But somebody in this room.
Dun dun dun. It's Madat. Look at him laughing. He fucking did it.
You guys be the judge. Look at this one. Not Asia Noodle. First of all, who's in charge of your thumbnail?
Ah!
They need to raise meow.
Love that comment.
or this one, John Doe. Yeah, that's great. John Doe. You guys got the best damn thumbnails on the planet. Whoever makes them deserve a raise.
Another great one.
This motherfucker, man. Love the thumbnails lately. Awesome jobs, whoever is in charge of creating them. But that.
You know what? Hey, this is believable. I don't think he did it.
What the fuck?
I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it.
Okay,
this is believable.
Not Asian Noodle.
Hey, our thumbnails are fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he did it.
That's wild.
It's crazy how all three of them came from different accounts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
bullshit.
not Madat.
John Doe. Literally John Doe.
Yeah. I still don't think it's him.
That's what you get for being black.
Fuck you. Hey, man, guys, we appreciate you. No, in all real shit, though, the thumbnails are fire.
I want to take this opportunity to address something, okay? I had an issue today that kind of bothered me a little bit, all right? Somebody reached out to me in my DMs and kind of like was upset, very upset, about the number of times that they had tagged me and I didn't respond, okay? And guys, please understand, okay? First of all, it's logistically impossible for me to acknowledge the amount of people that share content when we talk about First Form, S2, 75 Hard, Live Hard, fucking MFCEO, viral clips that go around. Like, come on. It's not a reasonable thing. I can't do it, man. I'm giving you guys all I got. All right? I come on here. I pay for the show. I don't take sponsors. I stand up for what I believe. I risk a lot of shit. I have to have legitimate security. I have people break into my house. My family gets harassed. My companies get harassed. These are real things. Okay. Now our business grows because we're standing for the right thing, but there's a lot of flack that comes with it. And, I do the best I can, guys. Like I'm trying to deliver stuff to you guys for free. I do ask that you share the show because I do it for free. But please don't take it as a sign of like disrespect, or I don't know a single person that would be operating at that level that could do that. And if I did do that, that would mean I'm hiring people to run my DMs and message you guys back, which I don't feel like is a authentic way to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
not only that, bro, you guys got to remember too, you're not sharing the show for us. Like,
we're trying to fix shit.
Yeah, like you should be sharing. Like that should not be your intention. Oh, I'm going to share the show so Andy sees it. Like, no.
Listen,
the
listen,
point
dude,
is so you
listen,
believe in the
I am
message.
very grateful for all of you, and even those of you that don't like me that listen. I'm very grateful for you because it shows that you're not closed-minded enough to tune it out. Okay, I do what I can, man. I'm running real shit in real life still. I'm not just a podcaster that just comes in and does this show and the rest of the day I go surfing, man. Like that's not
right.
Like I have real responsibilities just like you guys do, and my responsibilities are heavy. I have a lot of people here that depend on me. I try to give the best that I can everywhere I go. Quite honestly, like I kind of ruin my fucking quality of life a lot of times to do that. And you know, to have you guys, you know, feel upset or anything, that bothers me because I'm giving the best effort that I can. So just know that, you know, like I'm trying to do everything I can, man.
Yeah.
And I do fucking appreciate it. And I appreciate the fact that people are getting more aligned and more aggressive about sharing the show. And I think it's making a real difference in the culture.
Yep.
Maybe not a massive difference, but it's making enough difference. I mean, we see a lot of people kind of following what we say a few weeks after we say it. So I you know,
it's rippling.
Yeah,
bro.
I think you guys are making a big difference, and I think we're all making a big difference together. And if I don't acknowledge it, or you know, like, you know, I there's no logistical way for me to do that. And if I could, I fucking would. One of the reasons I stopped posting on my static feed was because the way that I got to the success that I've had on social was by interacting with everybody, and it got to the point where I couldn't do it, and I felt like shit. It made me feel guilty. So eventually my solution was, well, I'm just going to stop and I'll just do what I can and people can do what they want with it. And that's something that weighs heavy on me a lot. Like I really believe, and if you guys shop with my companies or support us in any way, you know this, I really believe in giving the best effort possible to the people that support you. If people pay you money for shit or support you, you owe them the best effort. And I try to do that, not just in my companies, but with the show and in my life. And I just don't want you guys feeling a certain way if I can't, you know, I can't. First of all, when I share people's shit in my story, those pages usually get attacked pretty heavily by bot networks and controls and people that just fucking hate everything that we all believe, okay? Second of all, if I share one and I don't share other ones, people get pissed. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that I do it the way I do it, guys. And it's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm some big time fucking person that doesn't like. If that was the way I was, I wouldn't come in here and do this.
Yeah.
I would do something else. I'd be doing what most people do, which is living their life after a life, you know, a life of a large time investment. You know, it'd be 25 years for me January 1st. I've invested my whole life, my whole adult life in this. Like not that I don't enjoy my life, but it would be nice if the world wasn't falling apart and I didn't have to do this. I mean, I would like to have, my whole goal was, you know, to live a normal life. Like, become successful, build some shit, you know, maybe have a house on the beach somewhere. And I don't get to do those things. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in this shit. And I've given a lot for it. So I don't know. Like, I just want you guys to know, man, like real talk. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. And I care a lot about you guys. And I care a lot about what we do here. And please don't take it as disrespect or not appreciating it if I can't like communicate with you. That's one of the biggest things that bothers me. And you know that, because every time we do a meet and greet, what do I say when we leave? I'm like, dude, there was people there I didn't get to talk, or I didn't give them enough time, or I didn't, like, it drives me crazy, dude. So like, that's what it is. It is what it is. So I do love you guys, and I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. And, you know, it is what it is. It's the most, I'm giving the most I can.
Yeah.
And that's real shit.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are liking and commenting, and make sure you subscribe so you get the hit the notification bell so you guys see when the next episodes are coming. So with that being said, man, let's keep this cruise moving. We got headline number 2. Headline number 2 reads, Anthony Polito, 67, who killed 3 staff at UNLV before being shot dead by cops, had 15-page Zodiac killer theory on website that also listed powerful organizations bent on global domination. I think they got one of us. I think this might have been one of his. You know, it don't fit it, man. There's some weird shit out of this. Everybody's seen it. You know,
You're saying got one of us who actually, you're saying this time he actually aligns, not just
Right,
like how
but-
they try to make it that way.
and even still, there's still some issues that.
First of all, anybody that just goes and shoots innocent people ain't one of us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay, so let's clarify that.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, but I mean,
if we have to shoot people, it's going to be because they deserved it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just saying,
If it happens,
you got to qualify.
but yeah, man. So I mean, everybody's been seeing it. It's a big headline out there. A professor who was shot dead, who shot dead 3 workers at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, wrote a 15-page theory on the Zodiac killer and posted about powerful organizations bent on global domination. So Anthony Polito, this gentleman here, who is 67, died in a confrontation with police after he opened fire on the 4th floor of the Lee Business School at 11:45 a.m., prompting a massive response from law enforcement. Officials are still looking into the motive, but said Polito was rejected from a teaching position at the school at some point, but not recently. However, he may have known someone there. Police are currently searching Polito's home in Henderson, Nevada. Polito, who used a handgun in the massacre, had connections to the school in other states and was on staff at East Carolina University, North Carolina, between 2001 and 2017. So in addition to the 3 staff members killed in the rampage, another person was wounded, remains in critical condition. A lot of interesting things about this. You know, there's he had a section on this website called Powerful Organizations Bent on Global Domination. So among the organizations listed are the Rothschild family, the Bilderberg Group, and the International Money Fund and Economics Department of MIT. Some interesting organizations.
I've heard of the first 2, but not the second 2.
Yeah. And so then, you know, in that section, Polito posted a link to a website created by far-right conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Oh, it's Alex Jones' fault.
Yep,
There
it
it goes.
is. Makes sense. But he also listed his musical tastes, which range from crooners such as Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin to folk musicians such as Willie Nelson and Joni Mitchell. In a section dedicated to his favorite movies, Polito states that each selected film, quote, argues a truth with powerful eloquence. Some of the movies include Michael Moore's Roger and Me, Oliver Stone's conspiracy-laden JFK, and the film version of Ayn Rand's conservative epic, The Fountainhead.
She wrote Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And he also lists some of
Which is accurate, by the way.
Yeah. He also lists the quote, the great minds of the 20th century. And he lists Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, and George Soros.
Oh, well, he's no.
So that's where it gets weird, man. It gets weird. Like
Well, hold on. If you were actually, okay. All right. Some people are going to get upset with what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
If you're actually a critical thinker, okay, and you take your emotional feelings out of how you may feel about George Soros, the reality is when it says great minds of the 20th century, he is a very intelligent, calculated human being to be able to do the things that he's done.
Okay.
So it could be he could be stating that under that context.
Right.
And under that context, I would agree. He's a very intelligent, strategic, financially capable human being who, and his ideas are very complicated, and that doesn't mean they're right.
Right.
That just means he sees like
He plays
his
40
moral
chess.
compass is not there, but he's a very intelligent human being.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, that's that, man. And like I said, there's loss of life here. Obviously, it's sad, but make to no one's surprise, of course, another gun push, right?
Yeah.
Biden pushes assault weapons ban after the UNLV handgun attack. So there's that, and like I said, it's a sad situation. He's dead. It is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here is something that happened that I don't know. It just makes zero sense. Have you seen this? Have you guys seen this? Who is James Yo? Man linked to Arlington House explosion in Virginia.
No, that's James Yo. You said it wrong, bro.
Did it? Where's Dave at?
No, that's it. James Yo.
Yo.
Yo. James Yo.
That's so racist. That's so
What?
bad.
That's not racist.
That's bad.
No, that's not. Yo, motherfucker. Like, that's not racist. That's how you fucking say it.
But like the inclination though, like the rise of the.
How would you say yo? How would you say when someone texts you on your phone and says yo? How the fuck do you say it? What do you say? You?
No, I said yo.
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 Yo. James Yo.
Yo.
See what I'm saying?
Little head shake there. Yo.
You don't do that. That's racist.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a crazy story, man, and I tried to get a decent amount of context here. But let's dive into this a little bit. So a Virginia man with a history of rambling social media posts and quote unquote frivolous lawsuits has been linked to the Arlington house that exploded Monday night after police arrived to investigate claims that someone inside was shooting flares into the neighborhood. Okay, public records show that James Yo, 56, lived in a duplex house on the block shown exploding in eyewitness video. Police confirmed his identity at a news briefing Tuesday afternoon and said that human remains had been recovered from the site. They are believed to belong to Yo, but an autopsy was pending. So police said their only prior interactions with Yo at the address were a pair of noise complaints in the past few years. Now,
Because people were yelling, yo!
so his LinkedIn has been disabled, right?
Yep.
But Yo did preserve some of his posts on the YouTube page, along with the silent video showing court filings from some of his failed lawsuits. Two of the videos showing his recent LinkedIn post appearing to have been removed Tuesday morning. Police said that they were aware of his, quote, concerning social media post at the briefing. Now, a lot of this stuff has been linked out on the internet. Info links on James Yo, the anti-white Asian former Fed, linked to the Arlington, Virginia home explosion. So based on his online posts, this article reads, it's clear that Mr. Yo was a quote-unquote anti-white racist who harbored a strong hatred and distrust towards the U.S. government. His social media conveyed a definite sense of extreme paranoia. Here's what Colin Rugg, co-founder of Trending Politics, had to say about the suspect in a post on X. He says, here's what we know about James Yo, the man linked to Arlington, Virginia home explosion. Police responded after the reports of a flare gun being fired from the home. James Yo was listed on public records as the one that was living on the property. Yo was racist against white people in LinkedIn posts, claiming they had been stalking him since the 1990s. Quote, this is how white people operate.
Hey, what I tell you about white people?
You said that. You did say that, though. Yeah, you did. Yo posted wild LinkedIn posts, showed he hated the government, police, and thought his neighbors were spying on him. Yo covered his windows with aluminum foil. Is that a new one? I know about the hats. I didn't. Do you do your windows?
I know, but I might start. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Bro, it's something. I'm saying there's something to it. Reynolds wrap, or what?
No, fucking foil. Reynolds wrap is the clear shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
but
that shit's annoying.
So just
I cannot stand that cling wrap stuff.
Yeah.
I've not mastered that life skill at all. I cannot even fucking do it. Really? You have a problem with it too? All right, good, man. Because it makes me feel dumb as shit.
Yeah.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah. So just regular aluminum foil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aluminum foil. All right. Yeah.
Bro, look like this. Look at this thing.
That's a work of art.
That is the best tinfoil hat ever.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, ever. There's not.
I got a 1-on-1 though.
I know you do. I do too, though. But this is the best. There's not a better one. There just isn't.
Yeah. It's powerful. Got a little Niccolo.
And you guys, I know someone out here is going to go try to make a better one.
Can't happen.
No. This is the best ever.
It is really nice.
Yeah, one of you guys made this for me.
Yeah.
Tino made it for me. That's right. And sent this to me. This is amazing.
We need a costume. We need a full aluminum foil costume.
Anyway.
Yeah, but here's the video. I don't know if you guys seen it. Here's the video for you.
Holy dude. I saw it kind of scrolling, but I didn't stop to watch it.
Yeah, bro. It's wild. Arlington, Virginia. And they're saying they felt that at the White House.
Really?
Oh.
I bet they did.
It was massive.
They probably sent him there to blow it up.
Shit. But yeah, so I mean, apparently he has a history of mental illness, as they always like to say. He called his neighbors spies. Talked about his distrust in the government. I mean, here's some of his posts. It's written very cryptically, right? Like when he says, if my memory serves, Jamie Rosemary attended Ohio University. Jamie Rosemary and Lance and her 2 children are spies and act as buffers, collecting my information and then delivering to their handlers. This is how the ruling class stays anonymous, using buffers and handlers to absorb digital ID. Just some wild. This is how white people operate and have the luxury of outnumbering all other races by almost 7-1 in America. I mean, just wild stuff, man.
Well, if I'm being fucking honest, like, where the fuck are you from, buddy? Why don't you get the fuck out of here then? Fuck you.
We can't go nowhere now.
Yeah.
Listen, this is where the stuff gets weird, right? So, CNN's reporting on this. FBI's assisting the investigation. That's great. Problem is, FBI's known about that man for years.
Yeah, well.
He's called in. He's written letters. I mean,
that's probably why they blew him up.
It's like.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But it's just like, how do we always get the late jump on this shit? I can't see, we're supposed to have a pretty decent intelligence community.
I mean, it would be a reasonable thought that our intelligence community would be sophisticated enough to stop people from doing things when they know and have been watching them and know their habits and the things that they do for literally years before the things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's I'm not being sarcastic.
No,
that's a reasonable expectation of any competent organization of any kind.
I just don't get it. But instead, they go after fucking Catholics in church.
The thing is we don't really even know if this guy is who they're making him out to be. We have no idea.
Yeah.
This guy could be someone else. He could be, we're talking about tinfoil. This guy, who knows who this guy? You don't know who the fuck this is. These media. This is all corrupt. These people are all corrupt. We don't know this guy.
Is who they're telling
we
us
don't
he
even
is.
know if he got blown up. Maybe he was killed and then they blew it up.
Right.
Did you see it yourself? I mean, if we've learned anything over the last few years, there's really no limitations to what people are willing to do if someone is some sort of threat. Maybe he knew something that he wasn't supposed to know. Who knows? But if he is who they presented him to be, that guy.
Yeah, guys, tell us what you guys think. Jump in on this conversation.
And another thing to say too, dude, is listen, man. Yeah, we know the world's fucked up, but any of you guys thinking you're gonna go out and just shoot random people, that ain't the fucking way.
No.
That's stupid ass shit. You're fucking hurting everybody by doing stuff like that, and it's fucking disgusting.
Absolutely.
I can understand people being frustrated to the point where somebody's got to do something. I understand that, but that's where you have to be disciplined and thoughtful and, not do things like that.
Yeah, do something, not that.
We need, listen, bro, we need unity. We need fucking unity. People have to organize with like-minded people, and people have never been more like-minded than they are right now. So this revenge type shit, allegedly, or in any situation is not the way to fix what's going on. It's just not.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. # who is you? And let us know what you guys think.
That's a good one.
You like that?
Like
it was a little rush hour action.
Sorry, I was drinking some of this Scream Freedom.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I feel more free.
Yeah, it was a little rush hour. You know the scene?
Yeah.
I am you.
Yeah. He is me.
This is a great movie. Guys, let's keep this cruise moving. We got headline number 3. Our third and final headline reads, FBI director gets cornered on Epstein sex trafficking check client list. Yeah, and this one's heating up the internet right now.
Is it?
Oh, it is.
Is this today?
This came out, I believe, Tuesday is when this came out. And the interesting thing, man, I searched the internet. There was only one. This is the only article out there that's covering it.
Well, that could mean it's bullshit.
No, I got video. I mean, it's real shit.
Okay,
well,
let's see.
Yeah, it's real shit. So, Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn cornered FBI Director Christopher Wray Monday afternoon about the failure of the Bureau to release the client list of convicted sex trafficker and abuser Jeffrey Epstein. Ray was also pressed about why the FBI ignored accounts of victims. The exchange took place during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on oversight of the FBI. Here's the first video.
In looking at some of the survivors from the Epstein issues, there are disturbing allegations that the FBI failed to investigate the sex trafficking allegations. And indeed, one survivor says that the FBI, even after she brought forward repeatedly content about his conduct, that the FBI refused to investigate her claims, even though she said the allegations were there on both the sex trafficking and the child sexual abuse material. And I want to know why, or what awareness you have of the FBI's failure to investigate these claims. And I want to get you on the record, since numerous survivors have said the FBI did not show up to help them. What specifically has the FBI done to investigate the claims that Epstein's and others participated in, produced, possessed, and distributed CSAM?
Well, first, let me say I recall very well that you have a very specific and longstanding interest, not just in child sexual exploitation, but in human trafficking as a cousin of that. And we appreciate your focus on it and your support of the importance of that part of our mission. As to the Epstein case specifically, I will tell you it's been a while since I looked at that case. Obviously, we worked together with prosecutors to bring charges before he...
I realize that.
Yeah.
But what we need from you is a complete investigation of why the FBI did not take this up, and then getting to the bottom of what is appearing to be an enormous sex trafficking ring, and listening to these survivors, you know. And as I said, I've tried to get a subpoena on the flight logs, which I think is important to this. I think people need to know who was on those planes and how often they were on those planes. I think people who invest in companies would want to know if there are people from their C-suite. And as we go through this, should those logs be made public? They've been heavily redacted.
Well, as I said, it's been a while since I looked at the specific case. I can tell you that we've been increasing year over year, both the number of agents focused on these kinds of cases, the number of victims we've rescued, and so on to the specific case. Let me offer to have let me get with my team and figure out if there's more information we can provide to you.
That would be great. We have never, even through the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, we never got to the bottom of this, and we have these survivors who say, oh, there is so much more. They swept it under the rug, and that is wrong, and you need to right that wrong.
She's very brave.
Very, very brave.
Yeah,
man.
I'm unfamiliar with who she is and what state she's from, but they've killed people for less than that.
Yeah. No,
and what we
alive people.
We need allegedly. We need people like that at scale up there. Mm-hmm. That's what we need.
Yeah, and like, dude, I'm telling you, like, when I searched this topic, there was literally, this is the only article that's out there that they're allowing to be seen. She tweeted about it also in a couple of tweets. Senator Durbin blocked my request to subpoena Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. What are Democrats trying to hide?
That's interesting. They bring up Senator Durbin.
Because what else is he doing?
I feel like we have a little bit of Andy Damas happening here. I happened to catch a clip. Do you have the clip that he said this thing the other day that this guy, I remember, what's that guy's name? Randy Kinsella. Yeah. That guy, Randy, he said this before. He talked about something that Durbin was talking. I can't remember though. Can you find the clip?
Yep.
But we needed the labor. We needed the workers. It's happened many times before. What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there is also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we give them the chance? I think we should. And let me tell you about others that we need. In my state of Illinois, in inner city in Chicago.
So just to clarify, that sounds a lot like he's saying the millions of military-age migrants coming across the border right now could join our military, be outfitted with weapons, and serve our military honorably, as he says. What that means to him, honorably, we don't know. And earn their citizenship through service. So what does that sound like? Does that sound like something that maybe I said a while back where I talked about how you're going to end up losing all of your shit because you're allowing these people to come over here, and that they're going to actually end up arming these people and then turn these people against the landowners and the people who are native to this country and basically let them know, like, hey, if you handle this shit, what happens in an uprising? What happens if there's a civil uprising and the military is packed full of illegals, people that shouldn't fucking be here, and those people know that, you know, if they kill the actual Americans who are here, that they're going to take their place. What happens there? You see what I'm saying?
Yep. And they're already starting it, dude. They're starting it with police officers in Illinois.
Yeah. How I read this is that the government knows and recognizes very clearly that they are in deep fucking shit because everybody's waking up. And their solution to this is to replenish the military stock of people who have an incentive to legitimately remove the people who are already here in culture and society.
Yep.
That's just, that clip right there should scare the shit out of everybody, in my opinion. Scary to me.
It's wild, man.
And it's a confusing clip for people to watch because in the beginning of it, he says legal immigration. So people, I've seen this clip online and people were...
well, he's not talking about it.
That's right.
Right.
They're getting confused. What he's actually saying is all the military-age Chinese, all the military-age Middle Easterns.
The tens of thousands that have come in, like millions at this
Millions. It's like 7-8 million now.
Millions.
Okay. That they are eligible to gain legal citizenship through service in the military. Think about that.
And if you don't, I mean, take that one more step further. Too.
Hold on. Take that 5 steps further.
Yeah.
Who's been caught contributing all this money to the Biden family?
China.
Okay. Now, if they were going to conquer the United States, do you think they could legitimately conquer it by flying airplanes over here or flying boats up to the shore? No, they would get fucking destroyed. Okay. We have the best strategic operating location on the planet for defense, for geographically. Yes.
Yep.
So how would you do it?
From the inside.
Okay. And how would you get your people in? You would let them come in unabated. And the next step would be we arm them.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and you take that, you know, when you look at the fact that they've stripped our military of our most patriotic, strongest men by the vaccine, kicking them out of the military for that, you know, our numbers are absolutely low right now.
Yeah. This is very dangerous. This should be aggressively rejected by all of you and everybody else.
Yeah. Guys, tell us what you guys think down in the comments. # let us see. And tell us what you guys think. All right, that was our third and final headline. Let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. This is where we bring a headline up, we talk about it, and get one of those two options. I think you'll like this one, Andy. I think you'll like this. There's some faith in the justice system here.
All right,
here we go. Here, headline reads, Rosemary Hain, 39, who hurled burrito bowl in face of Chipotle worker Emily Russell after she got her order wrong, is ordered to work at fast food joint for 2 months to avoid prison sentence.
it's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Let's dive into this. So an unsatisfied Ohio woman has been ordered to work at a fast food chain for 2 months in lieu of a prison sentence after throwing a burrito bowl at a Chipotle employee. Rosemary Hain, who's 39, was captured on camera hurling a bowl of chicken burrito at Emily Russell, who's 26, the store manager at a Chipotle in Parma, Ohio, in September. Hain pleaded guilty to 1 count of assault last week and was initially sentenced to 3 months in jail. Judge Timothy Gilligan ordered her to serve 2 months through employment, working at least 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant. Quote, "You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like it, and this is how you respond," he said during sentencing. Quote, "This is not Real Housewives of Parma. This behavior is not acceptable." So a viral video shows Hain confronting Russell angrily when she brought her order to the counter. She forcibly throws the entire bowl in the worker's face, leaving her drenched in a mix of food and sauce. And queso. Queso. Bro, queso's so good.
Is queso a sauce?
Oh, it's a dip.
I mean, they call it a sauce.
Yeah, no, it's a dip. Chipotle doesn't have any sauce.
You might need a fact check on that.
I got a fat check for you. I'm telling you, it's a dip. Queso's a dip, bro.
Is that a fat check?
Yeah, you see what I did there?
Okay, I got it. Yeah. All right. So Chris Christie approves.
That's what I'm saying.
See,
Not done yet.
That's a full circle jerk right there, buddy.
Yeah, so Hain then exited the store, continuing to shout at the workers. Bystanders were left in shock by the unexpected attack. She apologized to Russell in court, but says she was not happy with the way her food was prepared. Fox 8 reported. Here's a clip.
This video shows a 39-year-old Parma woman throwing her hot dinner order in the face of a fast food worker.
We're here on 23 CRB 3242, City of Parma versus Rosemary Hain, here for the purposes of sentencing.
On Tuesday, the Fox 8i team was in the courtroom when that woman, who was found guilty of assault, faced a judge.
You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like, and this is how you respond. You went in there looking for a fight.
I did not, Your Honor. I did not. If I show you how my food looked and how my food looked a week later from that same restaurant, it was disgusting looking.
I would be disgusted by that food.
My daughter was.
I'll bet you're not going to be happy with the food you're about to get in the jail.
The judge sentenced her to 180 days in jail and suspended 90 of those days and said he would give her 60 days jail credit if she works at least 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months.
Do you want to walk in her?
Yeah.
So wait, so she still had to serve 30 days of jail.
Yeah.
30 days of jail, 60 days of fast food.
Yep.
That'll get her straightened out.
I mean, listen.
Bro, she ain't sorry.
No.
She ain't sorry.
No. Well, I mean, but listen, bro. Listen, in her defense, I'll say this, bro. Listen. Fast food workers are getting fucking lazy, bro.
Well,
it's the truth. I think that's like.
How do you know?
What do you mean?
I thought you were on it, bro.
No, I am on it. I'm just saying, but like just customer service in general, bro. It's slacking.
You can't fuck around with me, man. I can see between the fucking lines.
Bro.
How the fuck you know that?
It's not, this is not nothing new, bro.
I'm fucking telling.
This is not.
And you know who
new.
too.
This ain't nothing new.
Okay.
But no, customer service has been declined, bro. You fuck my food up, I'm gonna get a little pissed. You don't get pissed.
You sound guilty.
Tim Grover's gonna beat your ass.
You don't get pissed when they fuck your food up?
I don't eat fast food.
Just food in general.
They don't fuck my food up. I'm very grateful to have any food.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Okay. All right.
I'm very grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm grateful, they don't fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the truth is,
somebody's ass.
listen,
Don't fuck
man,
my
when you
food.
treat people right, they treat you right. Like, I've worked in restaurants. I've worked in bars. I know what the fuck happens behind the scenes. When you're an asshole, bro, you're getting asshole shit.
Yeah.
That's the reality. You know, like if you're nice
I
to
don't
people,
try to just be an
listen,
asshole.
man, I go out of my, listen, this is a good rule for everybody. Go out of your way to be extra courteous and nice to the people who handle your food.
Yeah.
It's a good policy in life.
Good life lesson.
Yeah. You should never f with people who, first of all, it's hard work. You're constantly being fucking complained to or yelled at. You're not treated with respect. You're not paid well. Okay. And it's a hard job to do. I've done it for a long time. That's how I financed the first few years of the business. I think if people, you know, had a little more respect for everybody, these kind of things wouldn't happen as much. That's personally my opinion. I make it a point, dude. Like, you've been to eat with me a million times, man. I am very, very nice to the people in the restaurant.
No, for sure.
Overly nice.
For sure.
Because, like, bro, like, these people are working hard, and if they think that you're overly nice, bro, you'll come out, you get a nice meal. That's why I really think that.
Yeah.
That's been my case.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people have fucked up your food, but fuck ups happen, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just don't do it again.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, dude, I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it real, man.
Yeah.
Like, I
the
think
young girl quit. She quit a job too.
Really?
Yeah, she put a post out. She said, guess it's time for an update on my life. On October 8th, I had quit my 4.5 years at Chipotle. It was mentally and physically getting hard on me. Working 65-hour weeks, no raises, no appreciation. I just had enough. As I took a week off to heal, I applied to Cane's, Raising Cane's.
Yeah. They run a great model.
Bro, their food is ass.
I don't know about their food. I don't use their food. I never eat their food, but I'm telling you, they got a great business model. They do very well.
Well, they need some
and the guy who runs their shit knows what the fuck he's doing.
They need some seasonings.
Well,
like at least not all 11 herbs and spices, but at least like 3 of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like they need something, bro. That's just bro.
I've never had it.
Only thing they got flavor is the fucking dip.
Everybody I've ever heard talk about it says it's great.
And they're all white.
Yeah.
And they're all white.
Well, you heard the stat earlier, bro. 50% of the country's fucking white. That's real shit. Like, that's a good market.
Yeah. All right.
Fried chicken for white people. That sounds like a great fucking idea.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, I probably like it then. You probably like it too, bitch.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
See,
don't.
that's your problem. You like all the white food and the black food, brother.
No, Ray, I don't.
See, that's DJ's whole deal.
You know a good chicken place is Zaxby's.
That's
fucking seasoned.
Zaxby's is another good business
They got
model.
like 15 herbs and spices. Yeah. That shit is seasoned.
All right. Well, you know where Zaxby's started?
Where?
In the South.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So white people can have chicken too, bro.
So that was the point. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
What we giving?
Everybody hates us, man. We can have some shit.
What are we giving this, Andy?
You know, I think it's dumb as bro. Like I actually
like the sentencing.
I love the sentencing. Yeah. That part's thumbs up. If that's what we're talking about, that's thumbs up. We need more of that shit.
Yeah.
People should be humbled, right?
Yeah.
Stop treating people like one of my biggest pet peeves, dude, and something that like I will legitimately stop fucking doing business with people or having any sort of relationship with them is how they treat wait staff. Because I worked in that environment for so long and I witnessed so much bullshit that like, dude, it tells a lot about a person.
Yeah.
Like you can tell a lot about a person, how they act and how they behave and how courteous they are to the people that do waiting type jobs, tables, drinks, service jobs. Yes.
Yeah.
You can tell a lot, man. And actually, I think you could tell all you need to know by the way that those people are treated.
100%.
And maybe if we treated them better, maybe we wouldn't have such a problem getting people to do the work. I think if we all do better, everything gets better. I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So
100%, man.
Yeah.
Guys, Andy, that's all I got.
All right, guys, that's the show. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
Yo.